We aim to unlock the doors of opinion, unveiling the stories that need to be told. The Morning Express on Mainland 98.3 FM from 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. as we invoke the thought-provoking discussion, tackle the tough questions, challenge assumption, and give a voice to the unheard. This is the Morning Express on Mainland 98.3 FM.
Welcome on board the Morning Express.
Good morning.
8.3 FM. It's a rainy Monday morning, and as you are familiar with, we give advisories as much as we can regarding safe driving, especially on rainy days like this one. The whole bridge reconstruction going on has caused a lot of traffic to be diverted, right? And make the best decisions when you're on the road, not just for your own safety, but for the safety of pedestrians and other drivers like you. So again, welcome to the morning show. This is the Morning Express on Mainland 98.3 FM. My name is Sage Babalo, across Nigeria and beyond, because we do have international stories, or we have a segment that caters to international reports, right? As always, it's time to sift through the front pages. We try to connect the dots, give you some sort of context to the most popular stories across different strata of the country. There's been a number of sectorial issues, from the health sector to the oil sector crisis, that we thought the electricity grid collapse, the premium consumers, about all of this and the implication of these events as we dive deeper. We are streaming the program live on Facebook and on YouTube. Aside from just streaming on those platforms, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're of the conversation. We would like for you to take note of what we talk about, because we have the segment called Mainland Focus, where we get your feedback based on the conversations that we've had this over the course of the weekend, and then to build on it. Punch News to operate tankers, or Dangote takes over Ilorin Central Mosque, 1.1 billion Ilorin hostel agent fees. Beans farmer debunked using cement as preservative. No Teku, says commander. Lagos to begin nighttime repairs on Leki's government outperformed APC's disaster. IPI Nigeria raises press freedom concerns at VON director retirement tribute. Funding of bandits in Zamfara. Cocaine, sex, everything available for sale in prison, says Agba Jalingo. CSOs urges Ajero to focus on labor issues, avoid partisan politics. Doctors urge the federal government to establish more cancer treatment centers. And for resident doctors, suspend warning strike, give federal government 2 weeks to meet demand. 2027, PDP says more aspirants eyeing presidential ticket beyond Jonathan, Obi, Makinde. We also have armed herdsmen attacked Benue community against immorality, exploitation, and over peaceful intervention in herders attack. And finally, we saw in our papers, and some that also sort of sparked conversations across daily newspaper review program here on Mainland 98.3 FM, streaming live on our social media platforms. And my name is Sage Babalola. We're going to connect with Fuad Tide in just a few seconds so we can get...
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good as well. It's raining. You don't seem to, so I didn't know that you were actually on the road.
But the thing is that it's a big problem. Yeah. So
was caught in that traffic this morning, and this is when we let the students have resumed, and it's raining, and then the traffic diverge. This is not the time for you to be so upset on the road that you start chasing children, that are back to school. Parents are not exactly seem to be overwhelming parents to the point that the newspapers are actually highlighting it. In fact, cut the cost that they spend. 100 have tried what they can. Is it a Nugu now or Anambra now? We should make books that people can pass down, so that will cut down the cost of having for it. I'd like to get your comment as a parent.
Of course, once you have kids, you want to give them, don't overdo any extras. Combine whatever they teach them in school and say.
Yeah.
One of them, you're dealing with the cost of living, particularly when it comes to food. Then you also have to deal with a big problem, going up on what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You understand that sometimes when they check their adjustments here and there. So, Claude, don't overdo anything. Sometimes you have parents who are competing. These days, Just do what works for you and hope that the best comes for you.
No, that's how much I paid. It wasn't exactly the best of the best.
I won't tell you.
This was like what seems right. But then again, when we say culture, that same school is charging as much as 300,000. So the clothes is now
It's not about your size now. Yeah.
That's what
schools where they don't have to. School is also crazy.
Yeah.
You just have to survive and keep yourself afloat.
I don't know if it was you that told with the driver will come and essential and non-essential.
Money. That's also part of it.
Exactly. But just do the best you can with their social behavior, because sometimes sudden switches like the rule. IBAS defends following the 6-month emergency rule Bola Tinubu's mandate and stabilizement of the state resources during his 6th violation of democratic norms and demand answered. The Labour Party as well criticized the emergency peace, holding the regarding the players were absent. Highlighted that they're so far anything or the papers might be blowing things out of over 18.
So it's a terrible decision. 6 months of, but again, decided to take that decision clearly and orchestrated. Yes, on weekend, you can't give months of illegality, and then you can't go. That's it. Because, but again, we've seen. Okay, now if you immediately came with the stop bombing,
yeah.
I think there are political wishes, and basically, what was it? Take away all of the wicked people there and return the control of the state to Wiki and the people. Because why were you so happy?
Pipeline bombings. He was able to.
Can you audit?
There's that loophole with the law there.
It's going to be emergency spending. To another swearing-in ceremony. Would they have to swear him in again?
He was removed with the swearing-in be a necessity.
You see? When you ridiculous, right?
They have some we've not heard any
so that it should also come to a president. It can be done from abroad. This is even looking what goes on my politics of that we're condemning.
98.3 FM. Let's see what plays out as the sole administrator. 1.8 trillion amid output surge, increase in production volumes. The latest foreign trade statistics report from the National Bureau of Statistics have shown. The Punch observed that while the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission reported a 12.7% on year. So between January and June, we did about price of Brent crude. We know that put out there the export. So we exported, been ramping up agricultural,
It supports very well. I think it's also saying, for example, and it's why
we couldn't export much.
This time we have to begin to think of how to take care of our domestic needs.
Especially for the budget.
When it comes to exactly supplementary budget in 2025 budget again. So and of course, I'm sure we're also going to run budget.
The challenge side, and it starts to make Dangote deploys 1,000 compressed natural gas powered trucks to begin. Has said it is ready to receive Dangote trucks at its various stations. Officials already started petrol production, and 1,000 have been received. Now, the report is saying a difficult time finding vessels that are delivered, and they are supposed to trucks and the supply from that end. We heard reports unconfirmed to remove the decision to reduce the price of the cost, to reduce the price of its commodity at that exact same time. Healthy competition in the southwest and about 8 for distribution and affordability.
Well, change is one of them. It's the change when it comes that is changing refinery in the world. India it work their business model to fit into the change, an expression of what is. You don't have to the ones that suffers it the most will do. But with this arrangement truck, you don't need to beg any. You have noticed it. Unlike before, these are almost importers. Right. Everybody that is celebrating that we think we are still, pre-drinking. Yes.
It's there. It's
how is it that it's when
it's 50. It's
we have to be careful.
Like a Trojan.
These are the Malta. So that's where we are. Used or not.
We say
where we are supporting. I must tell you that in my head now, there's a lot market. There are regulators who are also supposed to ensure fair pricing. Consumer Protection Agency, them.
Unfortunately.
Look at the regulators. It's not more useless than the people they are supposed to look. I'm saying this from there. More useless That is
The Punch newspaper. Presidential candidate of the Labour designate, Obarashili, nothing
moving around.
Right.
The politician closed up meetings with Jonathan.
SS custody to National Hospital, seeking an order for him to check him at the detention center and to the hospital so they could probably properly manage his health in Abuja.
So it's a case in court, so that we are not
Subject is
accused of subject and the Kano matter. The issue that you said, the brain of Sudan, because again, you had intimate, you understand, but tomorrow, I will suggest that I said it here. You can afford to the movement so, but on this, the can please return to the southeast.
Have the Catholic Bishop Conference of Nigeria at the week action. The Independent National Electoral Commission rejected the verdict of the Calabar Ecclesiastical having a back and forth about the election. But that one
has given us the grace, the brain, to debate ourselves better. So, what will happen in 2027 will be determined by what we do now to needs a lot of reforms and correction. I expect that the Catholic bishops hope that we can also
behind a politician, somebody become governor. We don't care about
in the name of thanksgiving.
Traditional rulers, they play a very so maybe pressure on us will be facing
nothing. It will get still closed. The adjustment are not properly given.
Right.
Not that
in that act to do something
maybe,
about it.
But you know that with the law, you can't just
to adjust the electoral act. Would it have to go to determine if that
that's the problem.
Wow.
I already work the process. Check those errors. Is not this?
I trust Akpabio. Speaking of patience, with despair when the wind blows prayer by prayer. It's not Akpabio for outside. It's the chairman.
Well, for the people in the future who, fighting their bells, sacrifice, reduce their heavy about this reform. Who accept that the reform to really believe that this wasteful spending is difficult for it.
This headline, Tʀᴇɪᴅs made group urges EFCC to release end of her